Hi guys, hola clase.
Bye.
Hi, hello everyone. Again, I'm so excited to welcome you guys here in our this I think the fourth day of the weekly challenge. Yeah. So we will talk a lot about about Upwork tonight. So on how to become an Upwork top rated from the scratch. When I say that sentence, it just like, I just feel like chill, top rated Upwork. So when I said this word, how do you guys feel? You feel the same as me? Feel chill or goosebump where I said top rated Upwork? How do you feel when I said that sentence, say that words? Hi, Novita. Excited. Okay. Okay. Still, while we waiting for the others to join, I want to know how are you guys today? What is your activities before this weekly challenge? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Tell me in the chat, guys, please. Just get up from work. Okay. Anything from I'm full or what you eat? What did you eat? I just ate satay Madura. What did you eat?
Um,
Still in the bus. Oh, thank you so much for joining, Mr. Roy. Means a lot to us, especially for our special guest. You still manage the time to join the sessions. Ubi Chilem, Ubi Cilembu. What is Ubi Cilembu?
oh, it's so yummy, right? You
Oh,
don't know
really?
Viti Lembu?
Ubi Cilembu is from cow?
Wait,
Ubi from cow?
it's so sweet.
Okay. Maybe I will try it later,
Guy,
yeah.
guy doesn't know, yeah.
Hai Kak Rik, hai Kak Eli, hai Rama. Confused from where I have to start doing the talks. Huh? Kak Rosalia, you still confused? I'm not really believe it. I think you do batch winner, right? I know you're just being a low profile right now. Okay, a lot of tax Rick, lol. Yeah, a lot of tax, a lot of learning, a lot of new insights. Just think of the positive only. The negative way go away. Okay, right. So, okay, guys, I think I will start. Yeah, stay positive. Always stay positive. Negative vibe go away. Okay, so before we dig a little bit to the topic, I think I just want to inform just quick head ups for tonight. Yeah, I just want to emphasize this. Let's have uh, positive vibes and respectful in the chat, so everyone feels comfortable and will they sharing and learning on this tonight engaging sessions. So also for again, just want to remind you this session are being recorded and you can access the recording the day after tomorrow, the tomorrow after the sessions. Okay, of course you can find it on the on the Get course. Okay, and don't forget to mention at the end of this challenge there is a good reward, just like Tanya said on the very first day. Okay, so now we have like 37 million people join and still counting, yeah. Okay. I need to introduce myself a little bit. I'm Ray. I'm from Bat 16 and I'll be your host for this exciting challenge. And my service as a VA, as a project manager, executive support, and travel planner. And during the session, I'll be guiding you through all this session tonight, making sure that we stay on track and keeping the energy always high. I want our energy is still stay higher. I don't want anyone feel sleepy in the middle of our discussion. No. Rick no like it. Yeah, hi. So today, what we will discuss here, that you already read it, is how to become Upwork top rated from scratch. Yeah. So yeah, I hope in this sessions you will get a lot of strategies what you should do for maybe for fulfilling your profile Upwork, or how to find the perfect client for you, or maybe just another tricks that nobody knows. Maybe if our guest speaker really want to spill the tea. Yeah. Okay, so before I introduce our guest speaker, I want to remind you that please prepare your notes in case you have something new insights from making your profile Upwork fulfill or 100% perfect. And if you have a question, please drop them in the chat box, because we will have 2 sessions for Q&A. Yes, you already know the drill. You're doing this already 3 times, yeah, for this week. So, okay, without any further ado, I will call our guest speaker. She is from my batch. My batch. Somehow I always proud of it. Hi, Polly. How are you? Please coming
Hi,
up. Show up,
hi,
show
Rick.
up.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you for this amazing opportunity to be here from SGPTA. It's such an honor that I can share my journey and maybe give some tips and tricks from me how to become Upwork top rated from scratch. Hopefully, it can help you all to get clients too from Upwork.
Amin.
Okay.
Okay. Tell us about yourself, Po Ellie. Sorry, Ellie.
Okay.
It's become habit now. I call you Po.
Let's know each other first. Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm an introvert who loves to work out. I'm a wife. I have a daughter and 2 kids at home. I started my journey as a virtual assistant in early January this year. I took course from SGPTA and I'm from batch 16, same as Rick. Why I want to be a virtual assistant? Because I want to earn more income, work remotely, and of course, spending more time with my family. I don't have any corporate backgrounds. I only ever teach primary student for Chinese language, and currently I'm a business owner. I open a coffee shop in Bekasi. So being a VA is totally whole new world for me. I also started from zero, like maybe all of you. I chose Upwork and successfully landed several clients from there and achieved top-rated freelancer on Upwork in June this year. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Bekasi. Wait, Bo. I have one question for you. Wait. Already
Okay.
excited to start, yeah?
What is it?
So, you already recognize an Upwork as a top rated. So how it feels, how the joy, what is the challenge of being top rated on Upwork? Tell us. Maybe someday one of our participate our students is become like you. So what should they anticipate?
What I can say, maybe don't easily give up, okay? Because
Mhm.
I know landing a job is not easy, but we need the right mindset to be successfully landed the job. That's it. Okay.
That's it. So what should they have anticipated when they maybe it's like from good banner or before the top rated? What they say? What the rank before the top rated?
Before top rated is rising talent.
Okay. What should they anticipated do they become the rising talents? Keep
Yeah.
applying or what? Keep applying
Yes.
or
Yes. Keep applying, show up daily in Upwork, but I will
Mhm.
spill the tea later on the
Okay.
next slides. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, before we start, I want to ask them, you guys excited? Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited? If you want to, I start the session. As always, give the fire in the chat. If you don't give a fire, I don't want to start. Where is the fire? Yeah. That's my students. I need more fire. It's only like 5. Only like 4 fire here. More. I need more. I need more fire. Fire. Yeah. Okay. Paul, Ellie, they already super excited. Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. I give the floor for you.
Okay, in here, why I specifically choose Upwork to find clients. So for me, I think Upwork is really have broader range of job search. And then I aim for international clients because they pay higher rate than local clients, of course. And then they also don't mind about age because I know that local companies in Indonesia have certain age requirement, and I think I don't meet the age requirement. And then they also welcome for a newbie with no experience like me. That's why Upwork also a good platform to start. And Upwork is really good if you don't have any corporate background because I think other platforms like LinkedIn need more experience. And then Instagram also needs time to build your personal branding, right? So for a newbie like me that started with very basic skills, I think Upwork worked best for me. Okay. Okay, I start my journey on Upwork from end of March. I think a week before SGB VA course will finish. So previously we all have same homeworks, I think, to reach out, right? Through
Yes.
Instagram, Upwork, and LinkedIn. So starting from there, I really took Upwork seriously. Please, if you have the same homework like me, do your best because we don't know if we can reach out the potential clients from there. So long story short, I began to apply so many jobs. I think I applied more than 40 or 50 plus proposals at the time. And what I've got, I approached by 14 clients. I had 13 discovery calls, and currently I have 7 clients which pay me by hourly and by projects. My clients are from Singapore. I work as an administrative and lead generation, and from Germany as an email management, USA lead generation, social media manager, and Upwork itself.
Upwork itself.
Yes, Upwork
So
itself.
Upwork hired you to work for them.
Yeah, Upwork reached out to me to do AI testing project for their application.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So how it ends?
Uh, so I need to submit several projects for their new application regarding AI, and then they pay me by project 1, project 2, project 3, and project 4, and then the last one, the biggest amount of the money, something like that.
Also, they pay you as an escrow, right?
Yep, some kind of
Okay.
that. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Continue.
Still excited?
Of course. I'm still excited.
Okay, here before we start, there's a quote that I really love in here. Having the right mindset is paramount for success. So believe me, there's no shortcut to be successful. Sometimes people only see the success story, but they don't see the struggles behind it. To be successful, it really takes a lot of dedication, consistency, and hard work. But I believe when you have the right mindset, you will be successful too. Okay. Okay, let me explain what you need to prepare for your Upwork. Number 1, of course, first of all, portfolio. I started my journey with portfolio from SGBVA. If you ask me about portfolio, I really like clean and professional design. I also add certificates, testimonials inside my portfolio. You also can add certificate that you achieve to support your career. I learned from several websites to get more certificates too. Number 2, you need to complete your profile on Upwork until 100%. Then you can start to search the job. Number 3, nice and professional profile picture, so it will appear more attractive to your clients. And number 4, connects. So when you already complete your profile on Upwork 100%, at first you will get 40 connects at first, and it will appear several days after you complete your profile. After that, 10 connects each month. So if you ask me, did I buy the connects after that? Yes, I buy the connects, because if you only depend on the free one, I think it's not enough to apply a lot of jobs like that. One connects is around 15 cents. So it's appear about 2,000 something. And then one job needs 16 connects or more. It's around 28,000 or 30 something. So if you ask me, is it worth to try? My answer is yes, because I think I gain a lot more than that, a lot than I buy right now. And then number 5 is cover letter. Please prepare a template for your cover letter, because I think when you already prepare a template, it's much quicker and easier to write it. But please don't forget to edit it before you send it. That apply to the job, something like that. And then number 6, don't forget to verify your ID. Please make sure that your name is the same with your bank account, so you can get your payment. Okay, next it's my Upwork profile. As you can see, there's 100% job success score. Please, this is so important, so please do your best. It will affect your job success score. And in here, you can add description about you and what you do on your profile, so it can attract your potential client. And then you can add and highlight what skills you have, and then you can specify what application that you really proficient in. You also can add more in the below that I don't screenshot in here, but you can check in your Upwork profile later, okay? Okay, so for the Upwork badge, there are some badges that you need to achieve on Upwork, but today I will only talk about Rising Talent and Top Rated badge. At first, when you start, of course, no badge, because you are a newbie and you just start. Next is Rising Star badge. I think I got it at my first or second week, because I'm pretty active on Upwork. I apply a lot of jobs, and then I show up on my Upwork daily, and suddenly Upwork gives me this badge. And you can see there are also qualification like 100% complete profile, like I said before, and then no account holds in 90 days. And for the top rated, the qualification are at least 90% job success score. That's why, like I said in the beginning, why it's really important to do your best, because it will affect your journey to be top rated. And the rest are the same, 100% complete profile, no account holds in 90 days. And then Upwork give you 16 weeks to achieve this top rated. So make sure to complete all of this.
What is no account holds for?
No account holds means you don't do something that jeopardize your Upwork, such as giving link into the message to your client, because Upwork will read that you scamming, some kind like that. I will explain later in the back of the slide.
All right.
Okay.
Waiting, who is asking before. Just waiting Akila, okay?
Okay, this one, I got my email from our work that I received top rated badge. The benefits, as you can see here, is ability to offer consultation, job digest email, and faster payments. For me, the best thing is faster payments because when I first started my Upwork, I work from Monday until Friday. Upwork will send my payments 2 weeks after my job. But since I have become cooperated, they only give me a week and then they already paid me. So that's the best job for the best thing for me when I got top rated batch. How to set up rate? When I first using Upwork, I subs to premium subscribe. So I know there are so many freelancers that bid from $3 per hour or per project. Don't shock, but in here, I'm not asking you to do the same. But I think if you are a newbie and don't speak English very well, please don't set high rate. Start to upgrade your skill first and improve your English. Because to be honest, many clients prefer Filipino because they speak English fluently and want to be paid lower rate. When I start my first job at Upwork, I paid $5 per project because I think it's easy enough for me and I need the review. And at the time, my profile rate at that time is $10 per hour. You can make it higher when you have more clients and then you have more experience. So if a client open a job that have range $5 until $10, usually at first I will choose $5 because it's the lower one that I want to receive, right? But as time goes by with more experience and reviews, you can start from $7 or $10, but please make sure that you are really good at that job. Okay. Is there any question?
Okay, so guys, we already goes to the first session of the Q&A, but sadly, I don't. Oh, what payment tool do you use? What payment tool do you use for Ellie?
What payment?
Yeah,
Upwork?
maybe they don't know yet about the Upwork system,
Oh,
so you tell
okay.
them.
So later I will explain, but in here I will try to answer. So in Upwork, you make sure that that's why the client need to pay from Upwork also. That's why I said that the first thing that you need the same name with your bank account and you make the same name also in the profile because you need to verify your IP, right? After that, yeah, you can receive the payment from Upwork too.
So the payment you receive is from Upwork itself, right? After you
Yes.
completed the job, so you can claim your payment to the Upwork, correct?
But at first, I don't have the same ID with my name, right? Bank
Mm.
account and my passport is not the same.
Ah,
It rejected back like that. So make sure to have the same name.
okay. Okay, since I already mentioned about this first session, now so much question for you. Hi Novita, are you here?
Yes, Kak Erik.
Yeah,
Ya,
you want to ask your
hai.
question directly?
Oke.
Okay, go.
Hai Kak Eli, hai Kak Rik,
Hi.
hai Kak Wahi. Nice to meet you on online. Oke, Kak Eli, how should I use Connects effectively? Also, is it beneficial to bid with a higher number of connect? Like bid, I have tried Kak Eli because the first time I buy Connect for my test in course.
Oh,
So when I have the last Connect and I apply to Upwork, I use all my Connect to bid. What do you think about? I just try because I ever read that the I'm sorry the owner will see the four rank. Is it right?
yeah.
The four
So
top rank, yes, for the proposal or the portfolio that we can submit.
yeah, is the client finally see your proposal or not after you bid?
Yeah, I submit. I have submit my portfolio, submit my cover letter.
And
Oh,
then
no. There are no.
Oh
they
my
don't.
God, you already bid, but no
No,
C at all?
no, but not too much, just a little. But
Oh,
I try to bid because this is my last connect.
Oh, okay. So my answer,
Yeah.
when I start first, I never bid because I know that so many freelancer bid, right? But if you are really sure with your skills that you
Okay.
will excel in that job application, I think it's not wrong to bid, okay?
Okay.
But don't bid too high because this
Yeah.
next means you also using your money, right?
Yes.
Something like that. But I think I ever bid like 2 job proposals. However, they see my proposal, my cover letter like that, but they don't hire me because I think they can see uh, which freelancer is the best suit for the job like that. Because I ever been a client in Upwork too.
Okay, Kak.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Kylie.
hope it helps.
thank you, Novita.
Thank you,
Novita,
Kak.
are you Novita Dewi?
No.
All right. So I have from Wida Martowardoyo, but she's driving now. They're asking you, Po Ellie. Sorry, Ellie. It's habit, sorry. What kind of job you get to the very first time in Upwork?
Administration. I
Maybe
start my yeah.
deliberate a little bit what do you in administration job for that first client.
Okay. I get my first job with Singapore client.
Mhm.
Google review, manage Google review,
Uh-huh.
and then suddenly a week after that, another Singapore client reach out to me from Upwork. That's the most my client pay me the higher one without bargaining that one. He asked me to do something like LinkedIn generation, lead generation from LinkedIn, and then job search tracker, something like that. And then remind him.
Okay. Hi, Wida. Are you here at all? Are you listening? You're listening, right? Your question been answered. Okay, next we move to the Connie. Hi, Connie. Are you here? Oh, she's driving as well. Okay, I will read it for you. When we set up the profile, there is option to update the certificate.
Yeah.
This is the question. When I click it, it show only certain provider or scope. There were no option to upload the certificate. How can we update it?
I upload SGBVA certificates manually.
Me too.
The answer.
Oh, okay. What is really is your problem during your uploading the certificate, Connie? Because I just uploaded and then yeah, that's it. Nothing happened. Nothing, no problem that I facing. I actually. Maybe you can deliberate a little bit. So while we waiting on the answer, we will look for another question. Oh, or the answer. Same questions. Okay, it's from Irina. Hi, Irina, are you here?
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Ask
Hi.
your
Yeah.
question.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, Ellie. I just curious about the difference name in between verified ID and then your bank account. So how did you solve? Because I have the same thing, yeah, and my passport is different with the verified ID.
Okay, so my birth certificate is actually the same with my passport, okay? But my KTP is not the same. The
Oh,
KTP at my father's back name in the back. So automatically the bank also follow the KTP, right?
Right.
And then I need to change my KTP first, and then I go to my bank that I state that my name actually is the same like passport. Simple like that. But
Yeah.
it takes a lot of money.
Yeah, I see. Because actually I put my for verified ID my passport. Of
Yeah,
course
same.
my yeah. and if my KTP is the same with the verified ID. So okay, so I need to change the
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay.
your bank account is not the same, but your KTP and passport is the same.
No, my passport and KTP is different because my passport has my husband family name.
Oh, you need to make it the same with your passport then. Or you can change the
Oh.
passport to be the same like your KTP or birth certificate.
Yeah. I see. Okay, then maybe
Oh.
this will be long.
Yeah, long process, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
long process. Yeah.
Yes, and it's a lot of money for sure.
But actually, if we only put KTP, is it okay, or we have to put both KTP and passport?
At the time, I only use passport.
Oh, okay.
But sadly, my bank account at that time using
Yeah.
my KTP,
Oh,
they reject
yeah.
and then put the money back to the Upwork, cannot send to my bank account.
Okay, so I will try just upload my KTP. I will try. Yeah, thank you, Ellie, for the
Yeah.
answer. Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, was welcome, Irina. Okay, we go to the next phase of the session, Bob, because no more question now, right now. Maybe we'll come so much more later.
Okay. Next, the most asking question, how to search jobs on Upwork. So for me, usually I search virtual assistant. I know this is very wide and common, but I think this keyword is still good to use. You can search with more specific keywords with maybe your highlights, such as social media manager or lead generation or something like that. Play with it and then choose the experience. I usually choose entry level and intermediate. Number of proposals also important. I choose maximum 15 to 20. And I always choose verified payment and the higher history of the client, even though it's not always 100%. Client that don't have higher history will never hire. But I'm trying to minimize the risk because we spend connects and we don't want to waste it.
Wait, I have question.
Okay.
So if for them, if they try to client, but his account is verified, but they don't have payment history, is it worth to try for that client or not? Despite of the risks, is it worth or not?
If you are really sure that you can excel in that job, yeah, worth to try. But if not sure, yeah, don't apply for that. I don't want to waste my connect.
I have story here. So can I share my story during my
Okay.
Upwork journey? So yeah, so I secured my second client from Upwork because that my client is verified account, but they don't have a history yet because maybe they just start as a client on Upwork. So yeah, I think to minimize the competition with others, mostly people, our freelancer are looking for the client with the star on it on the profile of the job, right? This is the safety one, of course. Everyone to want to feel safe, but I think it is worth it to try what you call it, to try for the client that no history yet. At but they should verify their account first. But even though they don't have any history about the payment. So I think if you guys really want to try to hide the risk a little bit, I think it is worth it because I secured my second client on Upwork because I apply on that profile. Yeah,
By the
that's
way,
it. That's it.
there's a
Hmm?
client that reached out to me.
Uh-huh.
He's a celebrity from Indonesia,
Wow. Can you
but
spill it? Who is he? No,
he
no,
also
joking,
doesn't
joking.
have a higher history. But she
Uh-huh.
reached out to me. At first, I thought it's a scam,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
and since I know her name, I reached out to her Instagram, and she said that yes, it's correct, it's me.
Oh.
I think, yeah, like you said, Rick, that don't have higher client doesn't mean that 100% they will not hire, but maybe there's a chance in it. But I think for me, if I want to apply, I maybe prefer the higher history one.
Yeah, you different story with us lah. You already top rated lah.
At first, I was like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, you can continue, Ellie.
okay. Next is tips and tricks choosing jobs. Okay, if you look here, so many jobs in the most important thing for me is job posted time. It's really crucial. I always choose job posted time maximum 5 hours and depend on the proposal numbers too. You can see here posted 9 minutes ago. So I choose maximum 5 hours ago. And please apply under 20 job proposals. You can see in here proposal less than 5. I always apply under 20 job proposals. Because imagine that when the client see lots of proposal, I don't think they will check one by one, right? Unless you are bid like before, bid so many connects. And then read the job post carefully. Choose client that have verified payment and then previous history of higher rate. You can see from the start and 300K span means they have history of higher rate. In here, you also can choose by hourly or paid by per project. Don't forget, there are sometimes questions that you need to answer in your cover letter when you want to apply. And check this section. Sometimes they ask for specific qualifications such as locations, language, job success score. If you don't meet the criteria, please don't apply because the client will not see your proposals. And other tips are show up every day on Upwork. I think the algorithm of Upwork will notice that you are active. Apply as much as you can as soon as possible because why apply as much as you can? Because it's like marketing funnel, right? The more you apply, of course, the probability you've got client is higher too. Okay, growth happens when you step out your comfort zone because that's where real change and learning take place. When you try something new or face challenges, you learn more about yourself, build new skills, reaching out to clients, and gain more confidence. I know it's uncomfortable at first, but that's where the magic of growth really happens. Okay, for cover letter tips, same like before, read the job post carefully. Please know the client's pain points and give solution. And then as you can see that I already screenshot an example from my Upwork. On the left, there's a name of the client, James. Please check the client reviews, mention their name on the cover letter, and don't write too long. Explain briefly about you and how you will benefit for the company. And here's my cover letter example that I used to apply for the jobs. You also can use ChatGPT for the template and customize it based on your needs. Don't forget to read it several times before sending it. Usually, if you use ChatGPT, the dear XXX is dear client, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, so many things. Please don't forget to edit it, okay? Okay, for the discovery calls, I always try to show up 10 until 15 minutes before. Usually I check is my video and sound okay, so it will not disturb the discovery call. And then know your client's work or company before the discovery call will be best. In my previous client, they give me their company names 5 minutes before my discovery call, and I need to check it very quickly. And then don't forget to give values in every interviews, meaning that when your client asking you something that would you like to do, in my case, website update, even though I never do WordPress update, but I always say yes, I will try. But my client said it's okay if you feel uncomfortable doing it. I'm totally okay. But instead of saying no, I will try to learn the new skills. And the result is my client is very satisfied with my work. So don't forget to always give value in every interviews and be genuine. And for do and don'ts in Upwork, don't contact outside of Upwork because it potentially lead to scam. And then don't put your contact information in your portfolio because Upwork can restrict your account. That's why I said before that no in 90 days in the previous slide, right? This one. And then don't send contact information before the contract start. And then do ask to start the contract first before you work. Please don't repeat my mistakes. And then ask specific question regarding term and condition about your work. This one is my testimonials from my clients in Upwork. You can ask for testimonials after 1 month you working together. You can ask to your clients about the how you work with them. Is there any something that you can make it better for your client? Are your client happy with you or not? And then bonus tip for me, do your best in everything you do. Never stop learning means stay updated on the industry trends and relevant skills. Be open to adjusting your service based on client needs and market demands. And then be confident, believe in your skills and the value you can bring to your clients. Respond fast when your potential client message you. Please check it update daily because sometimes the apps will notify you. And then persistent and resilient rejection is a part of the process. This is a marathon. Take it as a lesson to learn. Don't give up easily. So for the exercise, optimize your profile Upwork 100%, and then research about other top freelance on Upwork to gain more information. And last from me, this is also my client and my favorite quote. If you focus on getting just 1% better each day, it might not seem like much at first, but over time, those small improvements really add up. Imagine a year from now, you be 37 times better at whatever you're working on. It's like compounding interest, but for your skills, habit, or mindset. The key is consistency. Those little daily efforts can lead to massive growth. So even on the tough days, remember that every bit counts and the progress you're making is way bigger than it seems. Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank
Let's connect.
you.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Let's connect with me. at my Instagram or LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect with all of you.
Me too. Please.
Okay.
Okay, we have one question from before. Hi Kak Rosalia or Noni.
Hai
Are
Ri,
you here? Hi.
hai Kak Eli.
Hi.
I want to ask you,
Yep.
how do we identify and target high quality clients, and how do we evaluate a client history and feedback before accepting a job? And others question, you said we cannot put our contact, right? Is it include Instagram and LinkedIn?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
I forgot the first question. What is that? One by one, okay.
Okay.
What is that? How to target?
How
How
do
do
how
how do
do we
I okay.
identify and
Uh,
target high quality clients?
okay.
And then how do we evaluate a client history and feedback before accepting a job?
Okay. Okay. Targeting high value client first. Okay. To be
Okay.
honest, in Upwork, you cannot see the client before. So in my experience, I cannot know first how is my client company before the discovery call, right? But maybe in the job proposals, sometimes they will reveal who they are, and then you can search by their Instagram, LinkedIn. In my case, there's a job proposal that I apply. He write that he is a YouTuber, and then I try to search on the YouTube what is the job, and then how is he, and then I apply the job. And then when he asked me, do you know what is my job? And then I explain that I already watched his YouTube, some kind like that. And
Okay.
then, okay, for the
So we have to analyze, we have to research first, right?
yeah, but not
Okay.
all clients will reveal their profile, right? Such as
Okay.
like my currently client that already work along with me from my beginning journey.
Mhm.
He gave me his company profile 5 minutes before the discovery call.
Okay.
So, and then when I do the discovery call, he asked me, what do you think about my company? And then I explained, and he said, okay, correct. And then, yeah, we just talking together, discuss together. And then he said that he will get back to me and then finally become my client right now.
Okay. Okay, Kylie.
Okay.
And the other one, how do we evaluate a client history and feedback before accepting a job?
Okay, client history, you can read from the reviews. Usually freelancer will leave their review for their clients. Is the client is good enough or not? And then are they very communicative or not, like that? And when you decide from that reviews, do you want or not to accept the job? And from the discovery calls, you also can know how is the client. That's why I say that you need to ask regarding the job. That for me, I always ask to my client, are you okay if I ask something that I don't understand? Will you try to answer me, and then will you teach me? And most of my clients said, oh, it's okay, I really happy if you want to ask me, and I will gladly teach you, like that.
Okay, Kak Eli, thank you very much.
Okay. He's from Nananiki. Hi Nananiki. Are you here? Hi, Nana Nikki. You here? Hi, Nana. Okay, I will read then. Hi, Ellie. How can you know the name of the client? That's the question. Actually, we
Okay.
didn't know. We didn't know.
Previously, I already screenshot on the slides. You can know the client's name. Sometimes freelancer write the client's name, and you can try to add it in your cover letter. But not all the freelancer will write to. If not, you can say Mr. or Mrs. like that. But if they mention their name, yeah, you can write it on your cover letter, something like that.
No, or just say good day before when or during your you write on your cover. Just say good day or good morning. Is it okay?
Here,
I think, right?
here, Mr., Mrs., blah 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 blah.
Yeah, because we do. In case you don't know, in case
Yeah.
she's not mention her name or his name in the profession job. Hi, Akila. Are you here, Akila?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, go. Ask away.
Okay, thanks, Rick. So I think one of your slides you said about something about don't connect outside Upwork,
Mhm.
right? So does it mean that all communication you did with your clients was through Upwork?
Okay. Before the contract start, I always use Upwork to communicate. But when the contract already start, usually I ask, do you want? I think I prefer to communicate outside of Upwork because it's much quicker. Usually they will use WhatsApp, Telegram, or Slack, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Hmm. This is from SD Wong. Hey, SD Wong. SD
Halo,
Wong.
Dix.
Oh, hi.
Kak Eli.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is it okay to use ChatGPT to write cover letter or proposal?
Okay, totally okay. But don't forget to edit it based on your needs.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have a funny story about this. This is my fullness. So I write my cover letter on ChatGPT, right? So the ChatGPT will say the first sentence as hi, dalam kurung apa sih bahasanya? Hi client something, hi
Brackets.
client, and then the cover letter. So I just copy paste that. So I said to the Upwork, the first sentence is hi client with this tanda kurung. That is my fully funny story.
Yeah,
Don't follow them. Lol, yeah, it's lol. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
but it happens to many freelancer, Rick, because when I become a client in Upwork, they just copy and paste from ChatGPT, you know.
That's
And
what I do.
when I read them, oh my God, why so lazy to edit it?
You know what? It's because I'm so excited because the job is she want to travel somewhere and the country that I know. So I just very excited, copy, and then paste, and then send. When I send, oh my God.
That's why don't forget to read it several times before sending it.
You know, newbie mistakes. But don't don't do the same mistake as me, yeah. Okay, we have another question from Kak Noni udah tadi. Oh, okay. Hi Noni again. Hi Noni.
You ask a question, Rick.
Yeah,
I give you a question.
All right.
2 questions only.
Okay.
how do we deal with client who delay payment and dispute charges? And the last question from me, what should we know about Upwork term and service and fee structure?
Okay, how to delay payments? Is it project or hourly?
I think both, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, if hourly, you can use Upwork clock. Seems like Clockify app, but it's from Upwork itself. So we can actually add hourly by manual, but Upwork doesn't protect that. But if you use Upwork clock, Upwork will protect you and client will pay you. But from the beginning, usually I ask my client, is it okay if I don't use Upwork clock? And mostly my clients said okay. So it will depend on your honesty, of course, right? I don't have any experience dispute charge, so I cannot answer that kind of question.
Okay.
And about our work terms of service and fee structure, usually if the client pay me $10, Upwork will cut 10% from the payment. And then, of course, if you transfer to your bank account, there's also a fee from that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you, Kak.
You're welcome.
Okay. It's from Nana. Is your mic still cannot work, Nana? Or should I write? Okay.
Okay, I have a question. Do we need to withdraw the connects if our proposal is not filled? And how long do we need to wait until the proposal is seen or filled?
Okay, I never draw my connects because I think our connects is not few, will not come back to us. So yeah, just move on and let it be. Then how long do you need to wait? I think it depends on the clients. We don't have any power to know because sometimes clients will not see at all until the job posted close, or maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes they will view. It will appear on the job posted, like interview, hire, something like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope it helps your question.
Okay, thank you, Sisay. Thank you, Kanana, for the questions. We move forward to Lia Ramadhani, the cousin of Nia Ramadhani. You hear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Eric. Hi, Kylie.
Hi.
I want to ask you, could you give us suggestion how to write in profile to increase our profile's visibility? Thank you.
Okay, so my first writing in my profile, I specify that I'm a certified virtual assistant, blah, 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 blah. And then I show my highlight, I write my highlight. What can I do to help the clients, something like that. And then I highlight my skills and application that I really good to help them. And then, yeah, call to action, of course. That's why the exercise, I ask you to search for another top-rated freelancers. Then you can maybe apply to your profile as well.
Or maybe I have additional, you can also add your strategy in your profile as well.
Okay, thank you, Kylie.
You're welcome.
Well, before we have Nia Ramadhani, now we have Anggun. So many actors here. Hi, Anggunita Swastia. Are you here?
Hello, Kari. Sorry, I'm with
Hello.
my son now.
Okay.
Yesterday, I tried to input bank account, but I got confused about the branch and bank code. Can you explain about it?
Okay, what is your
Thank you.
bank name?
I use BCA.
Oh, BCA. Okay. BCA, I think it's the same with me. Let me check first. Actually, branch code you can search. What is the branch you open your bank account? You need to search on Google, and then bank code. I think the BCA have the same number. Only the branch code that you need to search. Such as if you stay in the Kelapa Gading and you open the bank account in there, of course you need to write and Google the branch code in Kelapa Gading. Yeah, bank code is the same.
Oh, oke Kak. Oke, thank you.
Ya, jadi ini tanya cabangnya kalau bisa ya. Terdekat kan
The
cabangnya
bank
deket
code is 1014, correct. Swift code also the same, Chennai Ja. Branch code is different.
ya. Okay. Can I have more question or what? Or anyone to raise her hand to ask Kak Eli? Feel free to. Okay, Akila, please.
Hi. I was just trying. Honestly, I'm not familiar with Upwork at all. So while this class, I try around lah, play around with Upwork. So I tried applying to this one job, but it said your profile does not meet to their qualification. Sorry, let me just read. You do not meet the client's preferred qualification. So do you have any advice for that?
Yeah, usually down below the job posted, if you click, you will read the client criteria. Like I said before, such as language and then job success score and then location. If you don't meet the criteria, of course, it will say you're not meeting the job requirements.
So if you see when you applying the job, but you already saw the sentence like that, I think it's the best you do not apply.
Yes.
Because it will be, you will lose your connects. Because
Then
I think your application it will not be read by the client because you already automated not qualified for this kind of job.
I see. Okay. I'll check on the details of the job because when I click on it, I don't see any specific skill set they require. So that's why I was wondering what
Have
was
you
it?
complete your profile too? 100%?
That one, no, not yet.
That's why.
Or
Okay.
sometimes maybe they're looking for freelance who stay in US or Australia. Sometimes it can be like that as well. So there's so many factors actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Why am so much additional thing? Okay, anyone want to raise her hand anymore? Yeah, Nana.
Kak Eli, which one is
Yeah.
better? Upgrade your plan to become Freelancer Plus or buy the Connects like system
I-
or something?
Okay. I ever try the premium one, but I think the benefit only you can see how many people bid, such as the client open $5 per hour. You can see another freelancer low is $3 or how much? Yeah, below that. So I think better buy Connects, not subs to premium one.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Any more? Anyone? Yeah, raise your hand. Anyone? I don't hear from Monica. I don't hear from Nuriani. I don't hear from Susi. Kak Hira, why you not asking question? You're my student. You should asking question. Please. Kak Hira.
Maybe it's already clear.
I'm
Kak
here, I
Hira.
hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Mm-mm. Okay. What is the question?
Apa ya? Because so many already asked to Kak Eli. Do we need any budget to use the Upwork? Kak Eli. Agak confused because it's like, like maybe like why I have to use money because I have to earn money, right? Yeah, that's still confusing.
I think from my beginning journey, I think until now I spent around $30 or $40 for the connects I buy for the connects like that.
So how long? Because I see that the each connects is different price, right? With different price. Yeah. So the strategy to use the money is really have to put on this, right, Kak Eli? So we don't waste the money.
Yeah, at first, I always try to show up daily because I think it really affect the algorithm, okay? And then I try to search the jobs. I try to at least apply one if I can daily, but if I don't see that something the job really interests me, I don't apply. But one thing for sure, I always show up daily and find and search job like that.
Do we need to apply every day in Upwork? Because
If you have
said
more
that
connection, of course.
Yeah.
because we have to like update every day, right?
When
Yeah.
my first journey, I think I almost every day apply at least one.
Okay. I'll try. Thanks, Kak Eli.
Yeah.
Hi, Noni. You have another question? Please ask. Oh, read from me. Okay. What should I do if the project takes longer than expected?
Ask the client to give more time.
You experienced this before you do the project a little bit late. You do that
Me?
before?
No.
No. So I don't know how to answer this.
I always try to do it early, never late.
Trying your best to be on time lah,
Yeah.
Kak Noni ya.
I think it will make your client happier, right? If you do quicker and of course good. Yeah, ask the client to give you more time. Yeah, of course you need to say sorry first because you need to delay the projects than expected.
Wow, that's separated freelancer. Okay, maybe from as Mas Roy, you have any questions? Because rather than SD Wong before, it's all girl asking. I need a boy as well. Better. You have any question, Mas Roy? Something in your mind that you wonder? Oh, SD Wong. Okay, right. Could ask.
Thank you to ask me. I want to know. I have never used Upwork, and I don't have experience to use it. But how do you work with Upwork when you get a client? How do you count the time and how they monitor your time?
I use Clockify app to monitor my time. So I give the report to them like that. But honestly, they don't check until detail. Maybe at first or second week they will ask, but when they already trust you, yeah, they don't check it.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
So
Because some
the application does not track your time or your working time.
Application track the time. You can use Upwork itself, the application. They have the tracker. They can screenshot your monitor. What are you opening right now? Something like that. And then give the report to the Upwork, or you can do it manually with Clockify app.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, true. Because sometimes Clockify it's tricky, yeah, for Ellie. Sometimes we forgot to click to track.
Yeah.
Maybe it's happening for the first 3 weeks you work with the new client, so maybe after that, no more.
Just casualty, yeah.
Yeah, formality.
Formality. They don't check. Sometimes they give bonus more than that.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, because the risk of forget to track, it's higher.
Yeah.
Okay, it's from Kak Hira. How we know? Okay, Kak Hira, you want to ask directly?
Sorry, another question, Kak.
Yeah, sure.
So how we know the client want to reach us since we apply, right? Is there any notification email or we need to open the Upwork every time to check it?
Both. There will be notification in your email and Upwork if you turn on the notification for the application, of course.
Okay, so don't need to open the Upwork every time, right?
I open the Upwork every time, honestly.
Yeah, because okay.
Because I'm curious. I mean, what is the client is online or not?
Okay. Can I have another question, Harik?
Sure.
Right? No,
Anything for you lah.
So, sometimes we feel like desperate because there are no notification or no response from the client that we want. So how you manage the emotion and to be happy again and strong again to apply.
Actually, this is easy. The most hardest thing for me, I got scam. Yeah, if the client doesn't reply, I just move on, apply. I don't care at all.
Because nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Maybe lose for the connection, but actually we nothing to lose if they don't read or reject. It's nothing to lose.
Yeah, just have the right mindset when this is a good client for you. Of course, I mean, God will send the right person for you. I'm really sure about it because in my experience, it's just like that. When I think when I want to get more client, but this client is not good for me, somehow it will show, and I cannot work with her, some kind like that. So I think when the client doesn't see your proposal after a long time, maybe it's just not meant to be your client, just like that.
Okay, thanks, Kak.
Okay, we move forward to Kak Rahma. Hi, Kak Rahma.
Hi. Hello, Rick. Nice to meet you. Kylie, I want to ask you something. I'm sorry for coming late, but hopefully my question is not been asked yet before. May I know, are you exploring another way in finding the potential clients outside the Upwork? For example, like maybe from social media, Instagram or LinkedIn. And then the second question is, why it seems like you are attached to this Upwork, and may I know why? And then the last question is in the very beginning when you started exploring this Upwork, have you ever feel like maybe as a beginner you feel like less confident compared to those who already have the experiences, and if you do, and how you conquer this feeling? Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, I need to read it. Okay, why I explore Upwork? Because I don't have any corporate backgrounds. That's why I don't try to apply in LinkedIn, because I know that LinkedIn is more like professionals. It scares me a little bit. And for Instagram, I think it needs time to build your personal branding. Even though after a long time, several months, clients reach out to me from LinkedIn and Instagram because I posted regularly on that platforms, and then I also upload some kind like testimonials from my Upwork, so they reach out to me. I think Upwork is good for newbie like me that doesn't have any experience before. I can choose the job like the easy level that I think I can excel in that job. That's why I really spend a lot of time in Upwork. I know that some people said that Upwork is really hard, but I land a lot of clients from there. And then less confident compared, yeah, of course, at first, yeah, because I never worked in the corporate. Of course, I feel less confidence. That's why I non-stop learning. I take several certificates from another platforms too, such as, I don't know, can I mention brand's name or another? Coursera, something like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Iva Rahma. Now we have another question for another Rahma. Hi, Rahma, you here?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. I just want to ask you, Kak Ellie, based on your experience, did you only apply the job with minimum rate of USD 8 per hour, or did you become more flexible on it? Because actually for now, my current target is only like to secure one client, so it will push me to like to search more, to do more, to learn more. So I really want to secure this one job, and I plan to like, okay, just apply, maybe administrative work or whatever. So can you share based on your experience?
Yeah, my first job is $5 per project. So I don't mind at all doing $5 for the job because I really need the review. And then I think it really affects your profile when you already secure your client and then you got a really good reviews. I think Upwork will push more about your profile to another client and client will see it. So I think for the first job, it's okay if you want to do it $5. For me, I'm okay. I'm totally okay for $5. And as time goes by, with more experience, with more reviews, you can add a little high. So in my experience, my US clients pay me $8, but I get more than that. Like he paid my flights, local flights in US, and then give me hotel in Hyatt for 2 days. I think it's really good, even though it's only $8 per hour, but I really value the relationship between my client is not only the job like that.
Wow, amazing.
Okay, thank you. So because actually I also think the same way right now, because I feel like if I get at least one client, it will like grow up my self-confidence, because I have been not in office for quite long. So yeah, thank you.
Gambate.
Don't give up.
Oh, from Nuraini, based on shared experience from Rick. Unfortunately, Kak Nuraini, it cannot be corrected.
Oh, okay.
Once we submit, there is no turn back. So that's why I'm oh. Okay, I have more question, guys. No more
Ask
questions.
more questions so I can answer directly.
Or listen, raise your hand. Or you out of question? Oh, I'm sorry, Bu Kelly. I am not. Hey, Haliza, you can. You want to speak directly, Haliza? Hi, Haliza. Okay, I just read it. I am so sorry before Kylie. I am not yet used Upwork and I confused with Upwork. How to buy the Connect? Can I propose our proposal without Connect?
Okay, so first of all, you need to complete your profile first until 100%, and then Upwork will give you 40 connects at first, and then free 10 connects each month. And when you get Rising Star Talent Badge, they will give you also free connects, I think around 20. And then when you get top rated, I think get another 40, I forgot. So maximize that first. And then when you need to buy the connects, you can use credit card to buy the connects.
And no, we cannot propose our proposal without Connects. It should have Connects to applying the job on Upwork. Do you have any tips where to learn about Upwork?
I learned by myself actually.
Maybe YouTube, etc. or another platform? No?
I never watch YouTube about Upwork, so I don't have any suggestion about that.
Oh, maybe Kak Akila, you can watch it by yourself because so many information. Actually, yeah, I think just watch like 2 or 3 videos from the content creator. Because if you watch a lot, there is so many insight, there's so many tips, and then you, oh my God, there's so many, you become overwhelmed.
The
Just
important
use,
is just do it.
yeah, yeah, say support it, just do it.
Again, actually, I was playing around again at work while during this class. I applied one of this job. It's virtual assistant for LinkedIn. Okay, I have experience on LinkedIn, and I actually when I check my profile is 100%. So okay, I applied the job, but it still says doesn't meet the qualifications. Then I check the job details is very basic, and the only qualification they put was LinkedIn skills in LinkedIn, and also virtual assistant, which I have both of that in my skills. And also they want entry level, which I also put as entry level. So I try again, but still it says doesn't meet qualification. And when I looked at the location, it says worldwide. So I'm not sure what went wrong.
Okay, have you already put your payment over there, such as your bank?
Yeah, I've already done that.
Never experienced that before.
And then it says that we want to submit proposal, but it's 10 connects lah. So should I submit proposal or how?
When you click, you want to submit, it said you don't meet the criteria.
Yeah.
I think I already said before, you no need to submit that because it will automatically, the client will not see your as a classification job for them. So you will waste your connects. So don't waste your connects.
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hi, Kak Wida. Kak Wida, you here?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, Kylie. Kak, how
Right.
do you know whether you are accepted or rejected in Upwork? Because in my experience, I have applied to jobs and there are no any sign whether I am accepted or rejected. Kayak nggak ada tanda kehidupan gitu loh, Kak. Jadinya agak bingung.
Yeah, cannot know whether they will see the proposal or not. So that's why I said that I apply so many jobs in my previous until now. I think around 50 until 60 proposals. When the client read your proposal, there will be a notification that your cover letter is viewed, something like that. But if it's not viewed, there are no notification, so you just move on and apply another job proposals.
True.
Oh, okay. It means that if there's no sign, it means that it's no, right?
Yeah, it is no. It's a
Trick-
silent no.
Yeah, the
Silent
trick
no,
is
yeah.
just apply and then forget it. Apply and forget it. Apply and move on.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe even maybe like Ellie said, if you got seen your cover letter got seen, they will always notification from your email.
Yeah, it will view, and then when the client is interested with you, of course he or she will message you like that.
They will message you on the Upwork
Hmm.
for arranging maybe discovery call or just chatting only on the platform.
My second clients reach out to me and not asking even a discovery call, and then I offer, do you want to do a meeting before? Oh, okay, that sounds great. Yeah.
Again, you top rated. We are newbie here.
It's when I'm not yet top rated, Rick.
Just want to be sarcastic a little bit. Okay, any more question? Okay, if you don't have any question, I will close the session. Oh. Anyone? Any more questions?
Hopefully, I can answer all of your question here. So no more wondering about Upwork anymore.
Okay, but Ellie, you have maybe some message for them or
Wait,
wait,
okay.
okay, wait.
Share your coffee location. Okay.
Halo.
Hi.
Hai Rick, hai Kak Ellie.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, actually I have PayPal before, but I don't know why I can't connect it and it's inactive.
Hmm.
Do you know how to fix the PayPal inactive? Because I still remember my email and my password, but it didn't match. How to do with the PayPal?
You use PayPal? You use PayPal, Kylie?
I use
I'm so sorry, I do not use PayPal.
Okay, I keep on figuring it out for an hour and I didn't know what to do still.
Is it for Upwork?
Yes.
I think it's better directly to your bank account because it's much cheaper.
I cannot connect it to my bank account because my name is not same with my passport and also with my
ID
card. Yes. And the bank account.
I think
So I need to go to the bank
yeah.
and change it through my based on my identity card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
For me, yeah, I prefer bank account because one is cheaper. Because Upwork fee is very high, right? It cut you 10% every time your client pay you. And then when you already have a long-term client like me, you can my client offering me, do you want to use a cheaper payment so you can get more? And I use Wise, and Wise also use my bank account like BCA. That's why I prefer to change my bank than PayPal because PayPal itself is very expensive, right?
Yes.
So if you want to, longer term to use the payment better, fixing your bank account name first.
Oh, I see. But is it okay if we're not using our passport because my passport is expired?
Have you verified your ID over Upwork?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
So it's not yet verified.
Yes, it's not yet verified.
Oh, okay. I think you can use your KTP if they
Okay.
have option about it. But I used my passport at that time.
Okay. Okay, I'll try. Thank you, Kak.
Kak Eli, we have question from Asfinisa. Do we get the notification to verify our ID automatically after we complete 100% profile?
I think I don't have the notification, but in your profile you can check. There is a writing verified ID like that, so you will know that your ID is already verified.
Even during the progress you fill out the data or something, there is always mention that 90% process, 70%, right? I think you know. Kylie, maybe before we wrap up, you have any message for them? Or I don't know.
Mindset. I know it's not easy journey to find clients, but please have the right mindset. Don't give up easily. If you only apply 5 proposals, don't give up because my journey also not only 5 proposals, it's more than 50. So maybe some people look at my success story, but they don't see my struggle also behind it. So I think I'm also the same with you. Study. Don't forget to upgrade your skills, study every day when you have chance, and then be flexible, and I hope you all get clients, okay?
Mana aminnya ini enggak? Sorry. Where is the amin? Where is amin? Where is the amin? I don't see in the chat. Oh, only 3 people ya. Okay, so 3 people, only the 3 people get clients. Other no. Joking. Amin paling kencang, alright.
Hopefully this class give insight for all of you, okay?
Amin. Okay, guys. So we come to the end of our session, yeah. So thank you, Po Ellie. I really want to extend my heartfelt for you for the valuable insights and tips and tricks and another new knowledge for them. Yeah. Thank you so much. And of course, you guys, I hope today's session, like Ellie said, you are leaving this session with the new knowledge, new perspective on Upwork, and also new mindset. Like I always mention, right mindset. Yeah. So stick it to your mind, and sip it. Okay. So before I wrap up, I'd like to remind you tomorrow you will have the sessions with Stephanie Irma. And the topic is how to find clients using lead generation approach. I think it's complex, it's quite complex, yeah, quite complex topic to discuss tomorrow. So yeah, good luck for tomorrow, guys, and stay connected to our community. Yeah, if you have any question, don't be so shy to ask Kelly, maybe through on Instagram, or ask me, maybe. Feel free. Okay, so you can go to your next activities, or maybe take a rest for the rest of the days. So we will see you tomorrow for another session, another knowledge, and another guest speaker. Yep. So bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kakak.
Thank you. Bye-bye all.